Imagine watching one of the biggest rugby test matches of the year. The stadium is packed, the atmosphere is electric, and both teams are throwing everything they have into every tackle, every carry, and every attack. The pace is breathtaking. The ball is moving from one end of the field to the other, fans are on the edge of their seats, and it feels like the game is building towards something unforgettable. Then suddenly, the whistle blows. The players stop. The crowd falls silent. Everyone waits while another technical decision is made. A few moments later, play finally restarts, only for another whistle to interrupt the action again. It raises one important question that more rugby experts are beginning to ask than ever before. Has rugby become too dependent on the whistle instead of the players? That question is now creating one of the biggest debates in World Rugby. Ironically, the modern game has never been faster. Players are stronger, fitter, and more skilled than at any other point in history. Teams attack from everywhere on the field, defenses are pushed to their limits, and according to World Rugby's own trial data, the ball is spending more time in play than it has in many years. On paper, everything suggests rugby should be more exciting than ever. But despite all those improvements, something continues to interrupt the spectacle. The game keeps stopping. Again and again, the whistle becomes the loudest sound inside the stadium. Many respected voices across the rugby world believe the issue is not the players, the coaches, or even the referees. Instead, they argue the laws themselves have slowly created a game where too many moments are decided by technical rulings rather than brilliant rugby. Every season, referees are handed more responsibility, more pressure, and more game-changing decisions than ever before. They are expected to judge the smallest details in real time while 22 cameras, thousands of supporters, television analysts, and millions of viewers examine every single replay from every possible angle. It is an impossible standard to meet perfectly every weekend. What makes it even more difficult is that one marginal decision can completely change the outcome of an international test. A single penalty can hand over 3 valuable points. One yellow card can leave a team defending with only 14 players for 10 crucial minutes. One technical infringement can completely shift momentum. Instead of talking about spectacular tries or incredible defensive efforts, fans often spend days arguing over refereeing decisions. That is never how rugby's greatest matches should be remembered. Perhaps nowhere is this problem more obvious than at the scrum. For many supporters, the scrum has become one of the most confusing parts of the game. 8 powerful forwards collide with enormous force. Both packs battle for dominance, and suddenly the referee points one way. The crowd cheers or complains, but very few people truly know what happened. Was it an illegal bind? Did someone collapse? Was a prop driving in at the wrong angle? Even experienced commentators sometimes disagree after watching several slow-motion replays. Yet those technical decisions regularly decide matches by giving teams easy opportunities to kick 3 points. That is exactly why a growing number of rugby experts are now suggesting a different approach. Instead of awarding a full penalty for every technical scrum offense, many believe those infringements should become free kicks. Serious offenses such as deliberate collapsing or dangerous play would still receive strong punishment, but technical mistakes involving angles, body position, or binding would no longer hand over almost automatic points. The thinking is simple. Let powerful scrums remain important, but allow the contest to continue instead of constantly stopping the game. Of course, not everyone agrees. Some coaches worry teams would simply give away free kicks rather than developing dominant scrums. But supporters of the proposal have an answer. If a team wins a free kick at the scrum, they should once again have the choice to ask for another scrum. That means a stronger forward pack could continue applying pressure until the weaker side eventually cracks. Instead of rewarding technical penalties, Rugby would reward genuine dominance, patience, and physical superiority. Another issue creating heated discussion involves yellow cards during advantage. Picture this. One team commits an infringement, but instead of stopping play, the referee allows advantage. The attacking side keeps moving the ball, creates space, and scores a fantastic try in the corner. 7 points are already on the scoreboard. The attack has succeeded. The crowd celebrates. But seconds later, the referee returns to the original offense and sends a defender to the sin bin anyway. Suddenly, one incident has produced both a try and a 10-minute numerical advantage. Many believe that simply feels excessive. If the attacking team has already taken full advantage by scoring, should the defending team still lose a player as well? Supporters of reform believe yellow cards should remain for dangerous tackles, deliberate foul play, or cynical offenses that actually prevent tries from being scored. But if the attack scores anyway, they argue the punishment has already been delivered where it matters most, on the scoreboard. Perhaps the biggest point often overlooked in this debate is the position of the referees themselves. Modern officials are performing at an incredibly high level. They work tirelessly to understand constantly evolving laws while making split-second decisions under unbelievable pressure. Yet every controversial moment is instantly uploaded to social media, replayed from multiple camera angles, and discussed for days by television panels and online commentators. The criticism grows louder every year, even though refereeing standards continue improving. Many believe the best way to support referees is not by asking them to become even more perfect, but by reducing the number of impossible decisions they are forced to make. Ultimately, none of these proposed changes are about making rugby softer or removing its traditions. The scrum will still matter. Physicality will still matter. Discipline will still matter. What supporters of reform want is something much simpler. They want the world's best players deciding the world's biggest matches through their skill, courage, teamwork, and determination instead of technical penalties that few people fully understand. As rugby continues to evolve, this debate is only becoming louder. The sport has already shown it is willing to adapt when necessary, and history proves that many of today's accepted laws were once considered radical ideas. Whether these proposals are eventually introduced or not, they have already sparked an important conversation about the future of the game. Because when supporters buy a ticket or tune in from around the world, they are not hoping to watch endless whistles,